Hello everybody, so this video is entitled MSTR stock keeps buying more, relentless Saylor. A few interesting pieces to report today, of course. As every Monday, just like every Monday, Saylor reports that they bought $90 million. Small buy, perhaps 2 to 3 times higher as what I expected, but still a very small buy. What I find particularly interesting is the price that Saylor had to pay, $78,800. It is, of course, higher than the current price right now. Right now, we are trading at a meme-worthy $69,000 a Bitcoin. Why would Saylor pay so much, especially when he likely ATM'd on Friday? If you ask me, after the Q4 report is likely the day that he ATM'd. Why would he pay so much more than the actual price on the exchanges? Well, that's what I've said before. I am not sure you can buy in meaningful quantities Bitcoin at the price advertised right now on all of these platforms, on all of these dexes. I'm not sure about that. And Saylor is a buyer of meaningful quantities. So something's going on with the price of Bitcoin, because I would have expected Saylor to have bought lower. The question is, can he? What rails is he using to buy this? I mean, we know he uses Coinbase a lot and Coinbase custody and stuff like that. What's he doing? I don't know. So I find that fishy. That's point number one. Point number two, of course, that was bought with the common stock ATM. The common stock ATM is back. The common stock ATM is back. And it's the joy of the common stock ATM issuance, as I call it, because at 119, I love it. At 105 or 108, like it was a few weeks ago, I was like, so. At 119, I love it. We are, I mean, I could love it even more if it were at 150, but the internet convinced Saylor to stop doing the ATM when we were doing at 150. That was the catastrophe of August. You remember that. Saylor, I'm glad he's back into the ATM. We're selling $1 for $1.19. I love it, given how low we've been ATMing in the past few weeks. This is good. So I like to see that. I hope he ATMs more and acquires more Bitcoin. Keep in mind, the tourists are gone from MSTR, in my view. They're entirely gone. People who own the common stock now, they understand the game. They understand that this is a long-term play. That's at least my view. I don't think there's any more tourists at MSTR trading at 134. Only people who want to hold the stock for the 2030s and beyond, like I do. We are slightly outperforming Bitcoin. It's not too meaningful right now. We have to wait until the end of the day. Strategy about to get into the green. Of course, that is all dependent on Bitcoin. Strategy, MSTR stock trades always as a correlation to Bitcoin. It's closely knit, closely correlated with Bitcoin. Point that I love here. Stretch is almost at 99.50. In my video yesterday, I said I was thinking Stretch would get back to 99.50 by tomorrow, Tuesday, right? Or Wednesday. So even sooner. Stretch is rebounding. People are seeing the value of Stretch. Stretch is working. We just probably are going to see dislocation in the Stretch price once a month, I would argue. We're going to see that roughly once a month. Perhaps some of that rise has to do with the ex-dividend date coming up. Perhaps. I don't know. But it is catching up. It's possible that going forward, we have Stretch that is ATMable maybe 2 weeks out of the 4 weeks in a month. I think that's a possibility. While we're in a bear, right? And Bitcoin is still in a bear market. Bitcoin needs to rebound. How long is it going to take for Bitcoin to rebound? I don't know. Most people online seem to be saying, 4 to 6 months for the bear market to be over. But then again, what do they know, right? They're the same people who said Bitcoin would be at 180 at the end of 2020. So we don't know where Bitcoin is headed in the short term. Nobody knows. Last point, open interest. Interesting, very interesting here. Of course, Nvidia, one of the most traded stocks when it comes to derivatives options. Meta, Tesla, of course, the king of derivatives, the king of open interest. But look who's the actual king. It's strategy. Strategy has the most open interest, and therefore strategy may be the most interesting play. I was driving this morning. Unfortunately, I got to listen to CNBC. CNBC was talking about strategy this morning. They were talking about strategy. They were talking about HIMS. Epically bad takes for either. Anyways, I'm moving on to my next video for HIMS. So this was a short video for MSTR. Hope you like the video. This was not investment advice. This is not financial advice. This is only entertainment. I'm hoping you were entertained. Please like, please subscribe, follow me on Patreon, follow me on X. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful, wonderful day.